Alright, so this is the setup that I've got here, since some people probably wouldn't believe me. This is the base model radio that came with the car. That is an upscale model radio that I purchased at a used auto parts place. So, for the longest time, I had a Tech 2, a Chinese clone one. It does work, but I didn't have firmware for it that had a VIN relearn option. So, I finally got a version of software that has VIN relearn. So I was playing with it yesterday or last night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I brought it out, plugged in the new radio, and sure enough, it reset and relearned the VIN. So my idea was, since it's cheap in Chinese, that's the candy module, the plastic is really bad on it, and it's kind of crappy overall. I was thinking, what is preventing you from paralleling the radios on the single wire CAN bus? And apparently nothing. I managed to, I got the diagnostic connector down there, you can't see it very well. That comes up, it goes into the candy. It goes into one connector on the side of it. I'll post some pictures of this as well. The other connector goes to this other connector here, which I'll go back out into the Tech 2 programmer. So I reverse engineered the pinout from the ODB connector to that stupid circular connector, as well as the pinout of the connector inside of the box. So I took the 12 volts, from the ODB connector. I took 12 volts out, that goes out to that purple wire, and that yellow wire is connected to pin 1, which is your GMLAN single wire CAN bus. Then I had the harness that goes with the radio, hooked that into the green-white, pin 13 I think it is, single wire CAN. I plugged in 12 volts. On the bench, if you hook up 12 volts into this through that purple wire, as well as the radio, plug the Tech 2 into it, you can actually reset the VIN on the bench. And I came out here, I plugged it in, turned on the car, and I immediately recognized the VIN of the car again. So it's turned on, as you can see it's on. It comes on, there's no speakers or anything connected to it, the harness is just there. This is the radio that works for now. So we know it works. Right now the key is off, I'll take the key out. And as you'll see when I open the door, both radios shut off. Close the door again. Turn it on. Oddly enough, the chimes are better in that radio. It doesn't have that bug of weird, really low chimes. That radio does, because I don't have updated programming for it. But, you know, that's all you can do. I don't have access to any of the stuff online. But I thought it was pretty cool. What I'm going to do now is right here, from GTO Soft, I purchased this. This is a one of those Elm 327 Bluetooth dongles. He modified and converted the dual wire high-speed CAN into a single wire CAN using a single wire CAN transceiver inside. As you can see, it's taped together and stuff. I purchased that off of him last year, a couple of years ago, something like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to disassemble this. I'm going to take that single wire bus. I'm going to hook it into that yellow wire with the radio on the bench, and just log the data that comes out of it. I'm hoping that I'll be able to decipher the commands that it sends to the radios for the VIN relearn, just cause, you know. And I'll probably connect this in. I'll have to buy some more ODB connectors, and what I'll do is I'll probably make a Y harness, so I can plug this in to the car for single wire CAN, as well as the Tech 2, and then I can record the data that the Tech 2 sends off into the car, just for certain things like you can turn on certain relays and do certain things, weird things, like you can control the HVAC through the low speed bus, you can control the wipers, you can control the headlights, you can do anything through that bus, because it's just a matter of sending commands. But I don't think anyone has spent the time to decipher what all the commands are, because you don't really have a way unless you have a Tech 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do something with it. Usually the Tech 2, if it's not plugged into a car, it'll try to pull the, say, body control module or whatever, and it won't work. It'll just complain it has no connection to the car. So I'm going to have it connect to the car. There's going to be a lot of data, but if I send a command enough, I'm sure I'll be able to find it. Like there's a command to turn on the windshield wash pump. Stupid little things like that I think would be kind of cool, because then I have this Bluetooth thing. I'll use an app on my computer or something like that. And if I get a list of commands, I can just have an array of buttons. I can just screw with people while they're driving my car if I really wanted to. I can turn on the wipers on them, or turn on the windshield wash and no windshield wipers on, or just flash the headlights, or turn on the horn, that kind of thing. Because what the horn happens is well, what I'm trying to say is when you press the panic button on the remote control, the remote control goes to the remote control module, and that's over the single wire low speed CAN. So all that does then is tell the body control module to turn on and off the horn relay, which the Tech 2 has the ability to do that as well. There's also that little screen down there, the driver information center. You can send text to that, as well as there's actually a mode in the Tech 2 where you can wipe all of the arms up in the instrument cluster, just as a test. I thought that'd be kind of cool to do on your own without having to have a Tech 2, because they're expensive. Even the cheap Chinese ones are cheap and dirty, and they're still not that cheap. So this is pretty much it. Hopefully someone else is interested in this and can post some other stuff if they've done anything with single wire CAN. But that's it.